following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Each one of these piles is missing a different bone. What? Why were you... What? Are you doing this on purpose, or...?
That's not very humorous.
Of course! Of course!
Some muscle is needed. Apparently, someone has been welching on their debts, and a collector is needed.
Oh, absolutely, I can handle that.
Right, you head off into a tannery, and a foul-smelling, because it will be, man meets you with an unfortunately burnt mustache. He was like, "Oh, that's okay. Oh, you're a big one."
So is this, just to clarify, is this...
This is the guy who has the contract for.
Okay. Saphira, Cleric of Tor.
No one like that here.
That's me. I came about this.
Ah! Good paper, that.
Yes, the job debt collection. You have somebody who owes you money.
Yeah, right. So, this bastard, Mikhail.
Mikhail, yeah.
Mikhail the debt welcher. That's what they should call him.
Oh.
Yeah, he owes me 5 gold. And he hasn't paid. And it's 2 weeks past due. I've got the contract all done up by a clerk I can't read.
I'll read it.
It's legit. It's got an official court seal on it and everything. He owes, and you see a date on it, it's 2 weeks ago. He needs to pay me, and he hasn't. So you need to go get twice that from him, as it says. He owes me now these ladies twice, or you beat him till he can't walk.
Either way, this should not take long.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Where can I find this fellow?
Oh, he'll probably be gambling at some gambling house.
How will I know him? Is there a bit of description, or...?
He will give you the description of a black man with a very tall hairdo.
Looking for cool in the gang.
I'm looking for Jamal.
Mikhail. Give me a quick searching roll and we'll see how far into the daytime this takes you to find this guy.
2.
2? Yeah. I can't work out 2, so let's say it was 20.
I mean, I like that. The natural 20. I'd go with that.
Right, so it's the prime bells will be well ringing as you find a den of ill repute and gambling. And right there, through the open doorway, you see your mark. Or rather, your 10 dust. And he is throwing dice with a bunch of scruffy-looking louts.
I'll wander up, and I'll basically...
The immediate area grows really quiet, charisma roll.
No, that one wasn't. 11.
Yeah, they go really quiet, and there's a lot of lip licking and waistband of tunic fondling going on.
I'll just approach. Has he turned to see me, or is he too busy caught up in his game?
Oh no, everyone's looking at you.
Okay. I'll just wander straight on up to him. I hope you're winning, Mikhail.
Could be better.
10 better?
Who are you?
I'm on here on behalf of a friend of yours at the tannery who you owe 10 gold pieces to.
And he's running!
Then I'm making checks.
He's running, leaving his large amount of money behind.
How much is the amount of money?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a pile of gold there.
Just take 10 pieces.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
What? You'd never make a guardsman. Use a guardsman, so that goes running. It's not weird.
They're just chihuahuas, dude.
They're basically just terriers. Alright, so you steal his gold,
I'll be taking
which you're
this.
legally entitled to do anyway. And you take it back to the tanner, who thanks you effusively and gives you one of them. 'Cause, you know, that really melts it. And he's like, did you need some liver?
No, I don't need any leather, thank you. But I'll keep that in mind in case I or one of my friends does.
Nice to see someone cares about the little man.
Indeed.
Give me one more job board roll before we roll around to everyone else waking up. You're already awake. You're heading off hunting. That is going to be fun.
11
Another 11? Really?
on the dot. What? Am I wrong? Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
below my whiz. It's only like 3 below it, so it's not too bad.
Apparently, in the perfumed quarter, it is on the edge of the perfumed quarter and the strong quarter, there's been a bloodbath. It's like a Jackson Pollock painting has been exploded.
Are those the
Have I been
cigarettes?
into this alleyway perhaps at about...
The location sounds familiar. Obviously, an entire bus full of nuns were killed. And the bodies have disappeared, although in a warehouse very nearby they have found a pile of bones.
Yeah,
Like
'cause we didn't
piles
put-
of
we
them,
didn't put
neatly
away or
piled
anything.
up. And like an obvious magic symbol hanging on a board dangling from the roof. And they want someone, preferably a religious person, to go in and perform exorcisms and blessings and things like that.
I can't do exorcisms, but I
Yes,
can...
you can. Turn undead as an exorcism.
Oh, I suppose it is. Okay, yeah.
They want someone to show up and basically do religious things to cleanse the evil from the massacre
I
site
shall do that.
and put whatever souls to rest there might be.
Those
That's going to
4
take time.
pixels.
So you go hunting.
Those
You're
3.
You're having a good time, You're hunting down like some more specific things, and eventually the conversation drifts to the weird weapon of yours. What is a clever helm? To be helm clever.
Well, we were always told that it was because of its lightness, it's very fast, and it's smart to bury the axe in the helm of your foe before they bury it in yours.
Ah,
But to be honest, my father drunkenly told me one day the smith just couldn't write, didn't get a scribe.
really?
Yes.
And much laughter and amusement. It is still a fine weapon, made of interesting materials. It is a witching weapon for killing unnatural abominations like vampires and werewolves.
It is definitely honed to kill such things.
So that is your purpose, you feel?
It is the purpose, it is the only purpose that was left to me.
I find it interesting that an obvious man of honor and nobility, no matter how you choose to address yourself, would dedicate himself to such a calling and has not chosen to become one of the weird-faced witches.
Don't trust those witches, and it wasn't so much a calling as they took everything from me.
That is terrible news. And there was nothing your local lord could do for you, for your family.
There was nothing, there was no one to do anything. There was just me that day. I lost, over time, my friends, brothers. I lost my charge, my lord, and my duty.
This is grievous. Very grievous news. And so you have dedicated yourself to this calling.
I did for a while, but it is a dark path and it wears on you. Yes.
But still, there must be some positivity to it. After all, you have recently rescued an imprisoned young woman from an evil box, and just been and without hunting this shadow ghost, it almost took my own life.
Meeting Saphira and the others has changed things. For a long time I was alone, no one to rely on, nobody who could survive around me doing what I do.
Yes, one of our marshals, pretending my father, has been gathering stories about this group. They are very famous heroes of a rival nation of Parmenians, returning the king to the throne after their wicked prime minister almost toppled the nation. We were almost considering having to move our army in there just to take care of the peasants and stabilize the region. Of course, it would be heavily burdensome. That land cannot maintain itself. For it is said there is a curse upon it. But also, apparently, this group is responsible for a large amount of work under Lord Roman up north, though the Marshal has conflicting stories about that. Disturbing rumors, if true.
There is definitely something there that
I wonder how much bitterness has clouded their perceptions, or whether or not this Roman may not be everything he seemed. My father has tasked our marshal to find out more, and has advised me to do nothing right now. I do not like doing nothing. I am made for action. Furthermore, they are indeed the party that has conquered the host. So, you're not with me at the time?
No, I joined shortly after.
Apparently also they are responsible for something in Hasseldorf, a removing of some curse of tiredness, which is unknown. Many great works they do, but yet, here in the city, their reputation is witch smuggling and evil. I have met your group, and I do not believe this to be the case. It cannot be witch smugglers. No group of such nobility will smuggle a witch, and yet, by appearances, there are 2 magic users in your party, but they do not use magic.
There are many who work against us.
Have you heard of the game?
The game?
In this city, it is all about the game. The cerebral assassin, the king of kings. Sorry, I couldn't help that.
You speak of all the political.
It is beneath my notice, but I must be aware of it. Someone is playing a very deep game with your party. You are pawns on the board. You play chaff. It doesn't use pawns, but it is a very complex thing.
I haven't played games in a very long time. Although they were common when my band was together.
By being seen with your group, involved, I have been dragged into this game too.
I apologize for that.
You are not to know. Here, as much as it pains me to say it, reputation matters more than strict legality. I have seen many who have skirted the edges of honor and duty walk away because they have many powerful friends. It is not the way it should be, but it is a necessity of political life. You cannot have an empire as large as Bavaria without some sacrifices here and there. But I warn you, you're deeply employed. Already, factions you do not know about are using you. Remain virtuous. Remain clean. And they cannot use you for too ill.
Of course.
But still, there is a buck which needs bringing down. And we are not going to do it sitting here talking about clever helms.
Of
and
course.
silly games.
I'll draw my throwing axe. Let me show you some Stroomboot hunting.
Lead on.
Hello. So I would have had to have met up with
Yes.
Ethan by now.
Yes, you will.
Ah, greetings.
Hi.
How was the chicken?
Delicious.
Ah, and you found out what was going on?
Oh, please. There's
It's just a
there's
stray
a
dog or a
there's a
wolf?
dog eating my chickens. Okay, where are the chickens? Oh, here are the chickens. It was just a dog. I haven't smelt anything else, if that's what you're asking.
Excellent.
Wow, you've been busy. Leather,
Yes.
lots of it.
Yes, I have to,
Gambling den,
mhm.
and an Athenaeum.
Not quite.
Ooh.
Yes, I do. I will need to hit the baths and get the smell out of my armor after visiting the tannery before my duty tonight.
When you say baths, she goes like,
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
it's the B word.
Oh, you don't like them?
Oh, no, I mean, they're fine once I'm in there, but, you know, I try not to think of that word.
Fair enough. I don't know if I have enough time to to perform any more duties before my task for tonight. I'm sure the others will be waking
Yeah, they will be.
soon. But if you wish, we can check the board one more time and see if there's anything else.
Sure, why not? I mean, you gotta sleep sometime, right?
I'll sleep after tonight. I don't see anything else.
Alright. So you wake up. You've had a good look around the base floor of the huge palace thing. There were strangely a couple of rooms you couldn't go in. Like the doors just wouldn't open, you couldn't walk through them, you couldn't get in there.
Could
But you
I?
had a basic look around and it looks very much like someone has way more money than you can even think of.
Yeah. I mean, I'll start like drawing the what
Okay.
I've seen so far.
I will have to print that out. Note to self, get paid on time. Otherwise that ain't happening. Okay, so you start doing that and Sulin will probably wake up at around the same time. And she'll be like,
She'll just get up and see if anyone's down in the common room.
lots of people. Lots of people are there. There's so many people there in the early morning. Mainly staff cleaning up after the party last night. There's a hooded, robed figure tucked away in the corner.
Our favourite friend.
No, he's isn't.
Oh, he is too. Do I recognise this hooded figure?
It's a hooded figure. It's
Yeah.
the cart driver.
Yeah, I thought that was.
That's where.
That's a.
No, that's a good.
Oh, that's a good friend. No, I was meaning.
You said
I was meaning a friend.
Yeah.
A masterful friend is at my end.
They have too many suspicious friends.
Yes. It's a cart driver. Okay, yeah, that's
The
fine.
car driver suspicious. You
Oh,
fuck. What's wrong with you?
The sounds of
kidding?
hell
You-
whenever he
Are you
speaks.
kidding? You're the only one who's seen what he is.
I know.
How can you defend that?
So I'll grab a meal and then have that, and then I'll head off to
Oh. Sorry. Comfy chairs, comfy.
I'll head east to the building in the east.
Okay. A large, austere dark brick building guarded by black liveried men stands before you. It looms, somehow seeming enshadowed even in the morning sun. The guard looks at you like this. It's Morgan.
I've come to discuss.
Usually there's ends of sentences.
It's not normally need to be given.
Very well. The door opens, and the guy dressed very similar to him, but with the tabard is behind there. He's like dropping off or picking up.
Hopefully picking up.
He will escort you inside and down several flights of stairs, where a simply dressed robed fellow with a beneficial smile greets you, and he's like, hello. Welcome to Einweg. Do you have business here?
I don't know yet. I had deposited something earlier on. I was here to see if there's anything returned, or is there anything needing to be done in the city?
A charitable soul. I'm so happy. Sometimes it gets lonely attending to religious matters. Are you, by any chance, of the faith? Do you preach or espouse? Are you a clerical priest?
None of those, no.
Have you ever thought about it? I know young women of today, they often think, oh, the stuffy clergy. It's all just sacrifices and prayer and curing diseases and other wonderful things. How can I get involved?
I took another path.
Well, everyone has their own path, but we'll see what can be done. Let's see. There hasn't been any returns yet, but of course, things move at the pace they move. As for things in the city, it's currently gripped with a wave of nasty crime and other such things. There are so many things that could be done. So many things. Helpful things. Needful things. What are your particular skill set? I think it is obvious that you are a capable fighter. Perhaps you could deal with some matters of justice that have come through. There are several outstanding contracts.
I don't normally do me much fighting. I'm more in the shadows.
Perhaps some reconnaissance. It is a word which means looking at things.
I know what that word is.
My apologies. I have grown used to dullets. There was a small matter that you could possibly attend to. Recently, an influential figure has put a reconnaissance contract on a group of outsiders. Recently, in fact as early as last night, they stole some property belonging to this influential person. A sum of 1,000 Imperium marks is on offer for this contract if you're willing to take it.
It will depend on what the item is, and as long as it doesn't go against my current contracts.
I understand. Well, you see, the group is known as Saphiro the Rat Paladin.
It would be polite for me to say that that goes against my contracts.
Unfortunate.
And
There are many who seek information on this group and their intent. They are involved in the great game very deeply, at the highest levels it must be. No one really knows what their objective is, but many seek information. If there is anything you could divulge that would not go against your contracts, that you could find out, then we would be grateful on a as spec, Neville.
The problem is, if you've done your research, you know who I am.
Perhaps better than you know yourself.
And you know which group I'm in.
And I know where you have been. And who has visited you twice now. Do you have them with you? I would be humbled to see them. The cards. No? Unfortunate. Such relics are very technical.
The only issue is carrying them around, and carrying other things around can be dangerous in a city that shuns them.
Yes. Well, if there's any other business we could conduct.
You know where to reach me.
Yes. How does it go now? Find shade and waters.
May you find shade and water.
I always get it wrong.
Unless you've been there, you won't know. And to come back
I
from
think
there.
perhaps that would be a mistake.
For a while, you wouldn't find it a mistake.
You know what laughter sounds like.
Be at peace.
Dream on.
And I'll leave.
And he'll go back to pruning his roses. You leave.
And I will, I'll go about the city, just seeing what's going on, seeing if I can...
Alright.
What's going on?
Just give me a roll. Let's do some heroes.
12. So it's below.
Okay. In the strong water, deep inside a warren's valleys, you come across a group of enraged peasants with pitchforks and subdued unlit torches because of fire hazard. And they're putting a noose around an older woman's neck. They're like, hang her, she's a witch. Obviously she's a witch. We got to kill the witch. She's the reason everyone's been dying lately.
Is it the old lady, is it?
No! Well, it is an old lady,
Yeah.
but it's not the same one you met earlier. She's different.
I will approach this party. Why have you got proof of to hang her?
Silence, woman, this is man's business. Hang her. Yes, hang her!
Yes. Isn't it law in the city that if you don't have proof, you cannot hang them?
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
They still must have proof of witchery.
I have proof of witchery, woman.
And
You mean Anne?
the proof. Is your word the only proof you have?
All I know was in her shop, and she counted out the coppers I gave her and gave change, which means a woman has done mathematics. A witch.
Did you know what mathematics is?
One may know that evil exists without being evil, Drabe.
Is every other peasant, like, after hearing the proof of witchery, still like, yeah, just fucking hang her, dude?
Yeah. She's like, oh, brr.
So none of you can count.
Oh, of course not. We are not a witch. No. I would never try. Also, she eats her eggs from the round end.
So you just wish to kill someone just for the sake of it?
I saw her with a broomstick. Clear witchcraft. She was out, brazen as you like, in the middle of the night, making strange arcane gestures like this with it.
You mean sweeping?
Why would you do that at night? She was clearly getting ready to fly.
So, sweeping at night is different from sweeping during
Good
the
sir,
day.
last night I sold 3 pigs to a group, and they disappeared suddenly round the corner, and then I saw her retrieving a broom in the opposite direction. Witchcraft! Then there was all the blood where the pigs were.
I don't understand.
Look,
how
outsider,
this-
we will perform the ultimate test. This is an egg. Yes. Now, rub it against the witch.
Why?
Because if the egg cracks and her face is covered in egg, then she is a witch.
Against the guy.
And break the egg.
Break the egg.
That's not how it works. Now I am eggy. Now there's egg all over my face.
And the villagers all don't go, he's a witch!
But wouldn't that...
The villagers turn on the man and quickly pitchfork him to death.
Without even trying.
They slap you on the back. Ah, good witch detection. You're a true hero, young lady.
Yes, I saved
Meanwhile,
it.
the old woman's just like.
Oh,
And she gets
auto
her
broom!
flies away.
For some reason there's some blood on the tip of the broom.
She was fueling it up
Again,
with blood.
I don't find witchcraft evil. These guys killing a person just because they think it.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's worse.
So yeah, your reputation has increased.
Because you found a witch.
The villagers will remember that.
The witch will remember that.
Oh, go somewhere else.
I killed a man with an egg today.
Which came first?
Maybe it will work.
Oh no. Okay, so with your virtuous heroic act complete.
I'll go somewhere else and look.
Okay, get me up.
It's 9.
A pair of well-dressed men, one in like fine clothing with a sword on his hip, and another in like bright new armor with a very special axe on his back, are coming into town ahead of a small group of peasants with a couple of bucks slung between. Oh, and they are being mobbed by beggars and such. This is clearly annoying them, and the beggars have to be ended.
Witches! Witches!
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?